Guten Tag from Fredericksburg, Texas, a German town here in the Texas Hill Country. It was founded by German immigrants in 1846, and there's a lot of really cool, subtle German influences around here. You can see it a lot in the architecture, you can see it a lot in the food and the beer. So I know this is gonna be a good time. I can't wait to show you around.
Hi, we're MADison and iVEN, and if you caught last week's episode, you know we are currently on the longest road trip of our lives, from Los Angeles to Houston. After 2 long days of driving, we made it to Fredericksburg and headed to Auslander for a great German Biergarten vibe and some German dishes we had never tried before. But of course, it wouldn't be a real German experience if we didn't start with beer.
Prost.
We started with Klopse over Spatzel, a German meatball and noodle dish served with brown gravy.
It's really good. It's just so soft. Awesome.
Next we tried Auslander, thinly sliced beef, rolled tightly around pickles, onions, bacon, and mustard, and covered in a beef gravy. The menu said it's a true Bavarian favorite.
That was very good. It's like a beef stew meets a steak meets like a burger.
And it was served with a German potato salad.
It's hot.
Oh.
And sweet.
What?
It's like a sweet, tart kind of flavor to it.
The last item we tried was their famous apple strudel.
So happy.
It's like a really nice level of sweetness, and you can actually taste the sweetness from the apples coming out.
Yeah,
You know, so often it's overpowered.
that's so true.
That's good. My favorite's the pastry though. So good.
After a long night's rest to recover from the 20 hours of driving we did in the past 2 days, we are ready to explore and learn something.
So Fredericksburg was named after Prince Frederick from Prussia. And first things first, this is the very first building, or a replica of the very first building in Fredericksburg. It served as the city hall, as the church for all denominations, as the school. This is the catch-all, so wanted to take you here very first.
It's quite the quote. Theirs was the troubled life, the conflict and the pain, the grief, the bitterness of strife, the honor without stain. This is a statue of Ottfried Hans Friar von Mossbach, also known as John Mossbach, after he came to the United States from Germany and became a citizen. He went on to negotiate a treaty with the local Native American tribes here, resulting in the foundation of Fredericksburg, the city. After that, he went on to become the state senator, actually. And this statue was erected by the state of Texas in 1956 to celebrate the town of Fredericksburg. The treaty that Mossbach formed is the only known peace treaty with Native Americans in United States history thought never to be broken.
Oh, wow.
And it was a very wide one, so it was actually with like 21 different tribes. Yeah, this chief and 20 other chiefs participating in the treaty. It's quite a big one. This is my friend Cookie over here.
we bought some chow chow, cabbage, sugar, carrots, vinegar, onion, bell pepper, water, jalapeno, salt, cornstarch, celery, seed, mustard seed, and turmeric. Apparently a very classic German thing. And then they gave us for free Big Bang bean seasoning. So I'm very excited to try this out.
Sold it as a Sunday house to Henry Cooper.
But it wasn't this big back then. When this town started, there were a lot of ranchers that came here. People were kind of spread all out in the county, and this was the main center. Back then, obviously, they didn't have cars, so it would take forever for people to get into town for church on Sunday. So they built these things called Sunday houses, which were typically one-room houses, and people would come in, they would start their travel Saturday morning, make it into town Saturday night, spend a night in their little one-room house here in actual town. Sometimes people would stay a second night, stay Sunday night, enjoy hanging out with the congregation, go to Sunday school after church. But sometimes people would literally just come all the way in, spend all day traveling Saturday, spend one night here at this house, and then as soon as the church service was over on Sunday morning, head back to their ranch, which I just think is really interesting and cool. Now that is some serious dedication. So we went to Old German Bakery and Restaurant. Got some goodies. We have, I got cream all over my hand. Oh my God, some good Bavarian cream. We got a poppy seed Danish. Oh, okay. It's very like crumbly in a really good way. Very dense bread. We got a nice amount of sweet and savory going on. This is really good. It's like not overly sweet, like I could totally see like getting this for breakfast or something. We got a nice amount of salt. I like this a lot. I think you will too.
I really like that. The poppy seed flavor comes out quite a bit. And that's the highlight of it. That's really nice. That's really nice. I don't think I've ever had a poppy seed Danish before. It's a very interesting but good combo. I could do that for breakfast. Not even so much as like a dessert.
Oh my gosh, but it is messy. Now, for an even messier part, we have our crump. What's a crump, you ask? Not entirely sure. It's like two, I think, kind of flaky pastries with Bavarian cream in between, and then it looks like some sort of powdered sugar on top. My first crump. That cream is everything. This cream is so good. A combination of textures of the cream and the bread and the powdered sugar on top, like, it's just a really nice combo in your mouth. Good mouthfeel. Even with, I mean, I guess maybe I haven't made it into the more mountainous part of the powdered sugar, but even with all the powdered sugar on, it's not overly sweet. It's delicious. So, gotta try it.
It's got some heft to it. Oh no.
Yeah. More black beans.
Oh.
Oh man.
Luckily it's powdered sugar, it'll come right. Oh! Don't talk into it either. Alright, we're gonna make a mess. Oh, that's really good. The cream is more like a pudding.
Yeah.
It's got like a, yeah, like a thick consistency to it. I like the bread too. That's really good. That's like a dessert sandwich. Is my like beard a total mess?
Yeah.
Oh my god. The cream, where's that? Alright. This is ridiculous. Good thing they pack napkins.
Yeah.
How did you do it so elegantly? But it's really good. I just want to keep eating it. Because the thing is, if I clean up, then I won't want to eat it again.
That's true. Keep eating it.
I think by itself, the pastry probably would have been too dry. But with the Bavarian cream in the middle, has that moisture back, a different type of sweetness. It's really good. I will say, I could do without the powdered sugar.
But is it because you don't like the flavor or because it's messy?
Because it's messy. This is like a war zone. A powdered sugar war zone. It's all over me. The crump is definitely a dessert. You know, you're indulging a little bit. I do think the crump, the Bavarian cream, that's got to be my favorite. Despite it being a horrible mess, it is quite good. Do I have any more?
I think you got it.
Whew. That was the messiest dessert in the world.
We drank beer, looked at old buildings, learned some history, and ate tasty pastries, which, although this was on a much smaller scale, is exactly what I did when I went to actual Germany. We are itching to travel internationally again, but for now, it's exciting to remember what a great blend of cultures my home country has. You are sweeter than a crumb for joining us for this experience. Please like and subscribe, and join us next week for the final stop of the road trip, the largest gas station in the world.
Guten Tag. Ja. Guten Tag.